we haven't done like an actual get to know me vlog. I have never actually introduced myself to you guys. So I thought it would be fun to do just like a little sit down, get to know me, maybe answer some frequently asked questions, tell you guys some facts about me, where we are at with our IVF journey, and all the things that go into Tori Halford's life. And if you see the mess behind me, I know I probably should be cleaning my house right now, but this just sounds so much better than actually doing that. So let's get ready together while we answer some questions to get to know me. So let me tell you guys a little bit about my life. So I am a mom of one right now. We have a 2.5-year-old named Rad, and he is the sunlight of our day every single day. I have never actually said this before, but he technically is our miracle baby. We did IVF to get him, and at the time, he was our first round of IVF we've ever done. Now we have done it 2 more times, and we have been unsuccessful. So it's a little bit interesting to think back and be like, oh, he really is our miracle baby, and he might just be the only baby we'll ever have. We are going into our 3rd IVF transfer very, very soon. And this is basically our last chance doing an IVF transfer. We have had multiple conversations with our doctor, and they can't find out anything physically wrong with me or my body. I don't have endometriosis. I don't have PCOS. I don't have cysts. There's really no explanation in why I'm not being able to carry my babies, because we all know that I've done it before, so we don't really know what's going on right now. And because there's just so much testing involved and they don't really know where else to go, we decided that we were going to do another egg retrieval to try to get the best graded eggs, because Rad was our only A when we did our egg retrieval the first time. And with this egg retrieval, our goal was to get as many grade A embryos that we could, which we were very successful in doing. We got 6 grade A embryos, which is fantastic, but that doesn't guarantee that they're all gonna work for us. So what we talked about with our doctor this last time is if we put a grade A embryo in for our transfer this time and it still is unsuccessful, then we should probably look into alternative routes like surrogacy or adoption. Hearing this news honestly absolutely crushed me. And it's not that I'm not grateful for surrogacy, because I am very grateful for it, because that would be our next step that we probably look into if this isn't successful. But I think it's also really hard to consider that you will never carry a baby again, especially since I have carried a baby before. I definitely know what the experience is like, and I think it would be really hard having that experience without it. However, I'm going to love the baby absolutely regardless, and I will be so thankful for anyone who carries our baby for us, and the fact that we can do that is absolutely amazing. But for right now, our thoughts are all focused on the transfer being successful, that I will be able to have more kids, and that Rad will have siblings. Now, if you guys don't know this, I share a lot of my journey on TikTok and Instagram. YouTube is kind of something that I have just barely started. So I did document a lot of that experience in my first and second transfers on TikTok and Instagram. So if you want, you can go look there. So one of the things that I have been considering with this 3rd one is whether or not we are going to share it, just because it will be more personal, I feel like, this time, if it is my last time. But now that I'm already started with the process, I already do feel like it's a very lonely process, and it kind of scares me that I haven't shared it. So with this 3rd transfer, we are considering not sharing our journey, just because I feel like it will be way more personal, and since this could be the last time that I could be pregnant, I think that thought really does scare me, and I want to give myself space for it. But at the same time, I've already started into this journey, and I've already felt very lonely. I think I'm used to sharing every update that happens with all of my followers and really all of my besties. And the fact that I haven't shared anything and I'm already feeling lonely really scares me, because I think I would rather feel supported through this journey than not. So I haven't totally decided about that yet. I was really adamant that I wasn't gonna share it, but now I'm kind of second guessing that. So stay tuned on that, because I really don't know if I'll be sharing the experience or not, but I'm kind of leaning towards yes. Okay, so now on to maybe the husband. Tanner and I have been married for 7 years now. We met in college at Utah Valley University. And our love story honestly is very not typical, I would say, especially in our Mormon culture that we are raised in. Tanner and I met when I was a sophomore in college, and we didn't even date, or we didn't go out on dates for 6 months after we had met. But that's a whole nother story for a different time. That's its own video story, because there's so much to cover. I think some interesting facts that people wouldn't know is that me and Tanner actually work together. We started this year. We own 5 companies as a whole. I'm a co-founder of 3 of them. And it's such a fun, like interesting dynamic to work with your husband. We literally spend like 24/7 together. We are hardly ever separate from each other. Just this last week, Tanner went to a work conference for 2 nights. And that was like the first time we haven't slept in the same bed. And like, I can't even remember how long it's been. Which is so crazy to think about because Tanner did sales for like, I was gonna say 7 years, but he did sales before we got married. So it's been a lot of our marriage life he's been doing sales, and a lot of the time he was gone like in summers or gone on work trips. So I feel like I was very used to being separated from him before we had Rad, really. And then now it's like super weird when we are separate from each other. But it's really been such a fun change this year. Definitely some things to work out, like it's a different dynamic. But literally having your husband be your coworker is like the best thing ever. So there's like a little bit about my family life. Let's see, what are some facts about me? I grew up playing soccer basically my entire life. Went to college at Utah Valley University, played there for 4 years as well. Was offered pro contracts, but ended up turning them down to go follow Tanner and his work career. When this all was happening, I definitely had like an identity crisis, but that's when I turned to social media to kind of fuel my time that I had. And during that time, I actually started a fitness page, and that's what I did for like the next 3 or 4 years, was start my fitness page, track my workouts, would post my workouts on there, and I grew a following of like 50,000 followers on Instagram. I also launched my own programs on an app. That was like the first time I ever started to monetize from social media. And then in early 2021, I actually started TikTok full time. I hired a mentor to kind of teach me how to market myself and book brand deals, and did that for years. And then when I got pregnant with Rad through IVF, I started posting my videos about that, and that's kind of when TikTok kind of blew up for me. And then ever since Rad was born, I've been doing TikTok full time. That has been my career. That's what's been providing for our family. And it's been really fun. It's a very fun job to have. And I'm very grateful for it, especially in the fact that I can work and also still be a mom. That's probably the thing that I'm the most grateful for. Which now brings me to like kind of connect the two businesses that we run. We have a talent management company called Rad Talent Management, and also another company called Her Turn, where we help creators start their content creator journey and how to monetize that. There's so many things that we could talk about with Her Turn and Rad Talent both, but that could also be for a separate video. So if you have questions about those, please make them under this video, and I will do a whole video explaining all of that. Okay, let's go into some questions that I get asked very frequently. What is one thing about motherhood that has surprised you the most? Oh, this is such a good question. I feel like I was honestly just surprised about everything. I was not someone that like grew up babysitting. I did a couple of times and I like babysat my siblings, but I feel like that is so different than like raising a child. I think one thing that has really gotten me is the fact of like how much you blame yourself for things. I think I have a lot of mom guilt with everything when it comes to Rab. Like anytime he's sad, I blame myself. And I always feel like I could be doing a better job. So that's something that definitely surprised me about motherhood, because I've never had that feeling with anything else in my entire life. On the flip side of that, the other thing that has probably surprised me the most about motherhood is the fact that they truly are your best friend. Like I truly believe that me and Rad have our own little inside jokes. And when he's not with me and I'm like running an errand, it truly makes me sad to like run an errand by myself. And I am not someone that's like usually has to be surrounded by people all the time. I'm very much an introvert. But when I don't have him, I don't feel like myself. Like I feel like a piece of me is living in the world and is not with me. I don't know, does that make sense to any other moms out there? Please say it does. Hopefully I'm not absolutely crazy. Okay, how do you balance being a mom and entrepreneur without guilt? This one I'm still working on, because again, I've been working like doing TikTok for years now, but I always had Rad with me, and now I'm kind of like to this point where I have 3 other companies to take care of, and there are times where I can't have Rad with me all the time. We actually just this year started doing like a play group with him twice a week, so I can work on other things while he's at this play group, and it was like one of the best things I've ever done, not only just for me, but for him as well. I think I was kind of sheltering him a little bit too much with, I was trying to have kids, and we still are actively trying, but there's just like no one else around other than just me and him, and he's just talking to his mom all day. And I think it was definitely important for him to have other friends and to hang out with kids his age. And there are certain things that I saw with going out and like being with friends that have progressed him like developmentally. I can't freaking talk today. So like not only did it help me be a better mom, like having him with me, because all of my work things were taken care of and I wasn't like so stressed about it, But I also think that it helped him, and he loves going to his playgroup. Like, he literally asks me every single morning if he can go hang out with his friends that day. And I have to tell him, no, it's tomorrow or it's Thursday. Like, he always is asking every single morning if it's like my day or his day. But what I love about it too is I'm like, no, you're with mama today. And he's like, okay. Like, he just loves being with his mom too. And I never feel like he doesn't want to be with me. So it's been a fun change that we've implemented this year. But I would just say do things to make yourself, like, plan everything out. I feel like I was really bad at this, but I'm getting better at it because it kind of forces you to get better. If you have a time block of things that you need to get done with 2 hours without your kids, then that's really fine. And that's how I work. Like, if I can just focus on all of that, I get it done way quicker. And then when I'm with him, I'm just more present. So I think having a schedule is fine. And don't feel so much mom guilt about them being watched maybe by, or like at a friend's house, because in the end, it's good for both of you. Okay, maybe now we'll do some like rapid fire fun questions. Number one, what's your comfort show? I love reality television. I just love it. If there's any time I'm like rotting in my bed, I'm watching reality TV. Love Island, Housewives, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Those are like my go-to shows. And I am a TV fan, you guys. At the end of the day, my brain power is just like at capacity. So if I could just sit there and literally just stare at a screen, that's what I'm gonna do. What's your favorite place you've traveled to? My absolute favorite vacation that we've ever done is Thailand. I've been there twice. If you didn't know, my family is actually from Thailand. I am a fourth Thai. My mom was born there, and my grandma has lived there until she moved to the States when she married my grandpa. So it is a big, big part of how I was raised, and a lot of times I tell people I was raised more on Thai food than I was American food, or any other food, I guess. But it's something that has always really stayed like close to my heart, and I love the culture of it, and I love my heritage. Like, even when Tanner and I got married, we did a Thai tradition. They tied strings around our wrists, and you have to keep it on for like basically your whole honeymoon. And we had so many, and we went to Jamaica on our honeymoon, and so we were constantly getting wet, and they would not dry. Like, it took them forever to dry. So it was always like a little bit of a pain, but I'm so grateful that we did it. It was such a like special moment in my wedding that I constantly look back at. If you have like something within your heritage that you love, and put it in your wedding, or do something special for your wedding, because that's really like the only thing I really remember is like that moment. Well, there is a little bit about me. Hopefully you guys got to know me a little bit better. I am going to be trying to post to YouTube every single week. It's been a goal of mine for the last 2 years, and I feel like this is finally the year that I'm gonna do it. So be prepared for all the content, because it will be coming to you. So make sure you're like, commenting, and subscribing, because we got a whole bunch of content coming.